What's going on, everybody? Chef Irie here in the kitchen once again, and we are going to cook for you today a lovely dish. It's a seared pork loin medallion, and we're going to be serving that with a Thai red curry sauce and black bean salsa. Yes, that is what we have for you today. So it's going to be delicious, a little bit of Caribbean flavors and a little Asian flavors. Mix it up, because that's part of my culture, my heritage. So I'm just giving you some of me, baby, some of me in this pot, and it's going to be on display. A little bit about me real quick. I'm here in South Florida, private chef caterer. So you need some stuff, food, anything, hit me up, all right? You know where to find me on IG, I am Chef Irie, Facebook, Chef Irie, Twitter, Chef Irie, website, chefirie.com. Yes, so make sure you get the book, Taste the Islands, yes, on Amazon. And we're going to get started. But, of course, you know, we must have a drink. Yes. You know, get ready for everything. What are we having? This is rum, Zaya rum, with a little bit of guava nectar, if you would. Nice and simple, you know. I'm going to jazz it up, add some lime and, you know, some more stuff to it. But we're just keeping it nice and simple today. All right. So we got our pot going, started to heat up. And what we're going to do, we're going to add a little oil on our pork just to get them, you know, on both sides, because we're going to season it up. And we're going to let it sit just for a little bit. And we're doing this just so when we season it up, we want to make sure that, you know, all the seasoning sticks. So we want to be generous with this. And what I'm going to do actually is add a little salt on both sides. Yes, and you're like, Chef, but the seasoning. Well, this is Chef Irie. And I tend to, you know, when I'm home, you know, make up my own, you know, little spice blends and try to work on something to put it out for you guys too. But I tend not to have any salt in the spice blend. So I try to season it a little differently and keep the salt separate. Now, we want to be generous with the spice now. And whatever spice blend that you have at your house, you can make it Creole. But we started off with an actual Asian spice blend and the 5 spice blend. And then we added some more stuff to that. So the Asian 5 spice blend would have been star anise, cinnamon, cloves, fennel, and Szechuan peppercorns. And, you know, you can toast those and then, you know, put them in the spice grinder, and you get a nice fragrant spice smell going on. So we're getting this seasoned up on both sides, and like I said, we do want to make it nice and generous seasoning, because once you put this in the pan, hopefully it'll make a nice little crust. All right, goody. All right, and we're going to tell you a little bit about, you know, some more of the seasoning that we're using. You know, the red curry chili paste. Yes, so use a lot in Thai dishes. So, you know, you go and you order your snapper in red curry chili sauce. That's what you're having. All right, let's clean the board off just a little bit, because you know, some of the spices got on there. All right, cool, awesome. So we're going to add some oil in the pan now, and we're going to start these, and then we're going to work on the salsa, and then come back and finish up the pork, because we're going to sear and then make the sauce separately. All right. So see, our pork is nice and seasoned on both sides, you know, the crust. So we're going to make sure we get a crust on this, nicely seasoned. Awesome. All right, let's add some oil to the pan. And we're just using vegetable oil today. You know, if you want, you can use canola, you can use avocado, you know, you can use an olive oil blend, and you should be good to go. We're going to turn up the heat just a little bit, and let's see how we doing. Okay, I want it just a little bit hotter, so I'm going to bring my bowl up here. So we got black beans. All right, and yes, these are black beans from the can. Dang it! So not everybody has time to put black beans in a pot and let them cook. Even though I would recommend that you do that, so you have a nice wholesome flavor. You get to flavor your beans the way you want. All right. So these are so the black beans from the can. And what I do when I take anything out of a can, especially beans and stuff like that, I rinse them off. Okay, I rinse off. I'd be like, but chef, you rinse. Well, yeah, I rinse off sort of like that can flavor, metallic flavor that sometimes you find in the can. And because I want to flavor it myself, I make sure I wash off most of the sodium and stuff that's inside the beans. All right, good. So for this dish, hold on, my pan is talking to me. Yeah, I can hear it. It's ready. So we're gonna make sure yeah, it's ready. All right. Yes. All right, put your black beans over here, chef. I'm gonna rinse those off. All right. Black beans in the house. All right. So we got our black beans. And we're not using Scotch bonnet today. We are using serrano peppers, yes. And this is what a serrano pepper look like if you've ever asked or inquired. Long, slender, kind of, roundish. Not as spicy as a Scotch bonnet or maybe a jalapeno. Maybe a little spicier than a jalapeno, but not as spicy as a Scotch bonnet. And I'm using this because, one, the flavor, and two, because it's not overly spicy. And the red curry paste is spicy. Because what is it made from? Chili peppers. What else is in the red curry paste? So we got chili peppers, we got lemongrass, we got sea salt, of course the chilies, and you have shrimp paste. So that's what's in the red curry chili paste. All right. So what we're gonna do is add some chopped onions to this black beans. So this is like a 24-ounce can, I think, yeah. And we're gonna add maybe 2 spoons of chopped onions, red onions that is. And we got some red and green chopped peppers. So I like colors. Yeah, we can go with all, yeah. Probably 2 tablespoons of each. And what we have here is some red grape tomatoes, just sliced in half. So before we even add them, we're gonna start mixing our beans and our peppers together. All right, get that going. I just want to check my pork real quick. Yeah, see, I'm getting a nice sear on the bottom. So let's check that. Yeah. All right, let's turn them over. Yep. Nice. Turn this down a little bit. All right. So we're going to add our serrano, and you just want to cut this very thinly right across. You don't have to chop it up, just right across, nice and thin. Make sure your knives are sharp. Get that going, and we're going to put everything in, the seeds and all. So I'm using 1 serrano pepper, sort of like a medium, not extra large serrano pepper. We're going to add that in. All right, we're going to add some of our tomatoes in. Yes, this is going to be a nice, colorful dish. What can I tell you? All right? And because, we're Caribbean, we like citrus. But not only do we like citrus, we know it really adds a balancing effect to a lot of dishes. So today I'm using lime, which goes great with salsa. Which goes great with black bean salsa. All right. And we're going to start off with half of a lime. And I'm glad that I did, because this lime is actually very juicy. Yes. So, sometimes, the thing called for, a whole lime, and you squeeze it, you're there squeezing. No. All right, good. So, can't have black bean salsa without cilantro or green onions. I'm just saying. All right? So we're gonna put our black bean sauce over there. We're gonna have our cilantro, and we're gonna get some green onions. All right, and just right across, nice and thin. And I think my pork should be done, at least on both sides, just to get that nice sear on both sides. All right, right into the black bean, the green onions go, and we're gonna add a little cilantro. About this much. This will probably make you like, this is like a quarter of a bunch. Not a lot. All right. And this, you don't have to make sure that this is chopped overly fine. Just nice rough chop. I want to see some shredded leaves chopped and partial leaves. Why? Gives a little more character. All right, so add our cilantro, and now we're gonna mix it up and then check the seasoning. So we're gonna add a little salt to that, and we're gonna actually add a little bit of this vegetable oil to this, just so, because we can. All right, so mix that up, and of course, this would have been better if I was using like a bowl, but that's all right. It's all good. Right, so let's take our pork out. Yeah, see? All right, take the pork out. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. All right, you don't burn food over here. Nice and crispy. Crispy, crispy. Yeah, like that. All right, so what we do, I am going to pour off a little of this oil. Not all of it, just some of it. Yeah, we're here multitasking. All right, so we have a little of the oil left. And here's what we're going to do. We have some sliced garlic. Sliced garlic. Yes. We got some onion, red onion. Yeah. We got some red and green peppers. Yes, sliced. All right. Now we're just going to make sure these are nice and combined. All right. And to that, as it's sauteing, we got to add a little spice. Remember, you season as you go. Especially when you're doing saute, you know. Add a little seasoning here in the beginning. So by the time you finish the dish, the whole pot is seasoned, you know. All right, we're gonna add just a little bit of salt, just so everything can come together. And we're going to add our red curry paste. This is what it looks like. And if you're unfamiliar, this is the brand that I'm using. Yes, and you can find this in most Asian markets, sometimes in your supermarket as well, but most Asian markets, this is what it is. And we're going to add that to the pot. So remember now, this is spicy, but we want it spicy. So mix that in. Mix that in. All right. All right. What else we have here, Chef? I have some tamarind. Yes, some tamarind juice or puree. Yes, and we're gonna add this to our pot. Yes, there you go. Very compound and complex flavors that we're building here. All right, and then we're going to add just a little bit of chicken stock. All right, we'll let that just for a sec. Let it Made it cook for about a minute or two. Yeah, turn the heat up just a little bit. And we're gonna finish this salsa. All right, so we want to taste. So far, let's see what we got here so far. Okay, need a little more. A little salt. All right, and we can use some of the spice that we use for the pork in here as well. Now this dish, we want to make sure that it has this, in the spices we have some cumin, which goes very well with this as well. So always remember, check your seasoning, check your seasoning, check your seasoning. All right. We'll go back to this, because we have a couple more things to add to this dish, to this pot, to this sauce. All right. We're going to add some coconut milk. Yes. Oh yeah, baby. Mm-hmm. Yes. Maybe about a half a cup. Yeah. So that's what we got going on right now. This is what we got going on. So I want to mix this around, mix this around. And because the red curry has sea salt in it, we're just going to wait until the sauce comes together to taste this. You know, one of the things that I find, you know, with a lot of people when they're seasoning up a lot of food is compounding the seasoning with 3 or 4 different seasoning that has main ingredient salt. Yes, I think we sometimes over salt our food, not necessarily over season our food, because salt is part of seasoning, but sometimes I think we overdo it. You know, the salt is a flavor enhancer. So when you're eating, you don't want the whole thing to be salty. Oh yeah. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? What's happening? The food is good. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Awesome. Time for another drink. Yes. Get that out of the way. Clean our board off, because we want that. And we're gonna stir this around. Oh yeah, baby. Now this doesn't take too long to get done. Once you've added the liquids and the curry paste has dissolved into the mix, all you gotta do now is add some chopped cilantro, and this should be done. All right. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure, is add our pork right back into this sauce. All right, just like that. Let them sit. And all that, you know, jus that came off from it. And we're going to use the same bowl. I need to rinse this bowl out because I really wanted to use this plate for plating purposes. All right, let's dry that off. I don't think it's going to look sexy. All right. Nice. Ooh, look at that. Trust me, you want to be here. All right, so we're going to taste this. Yeah, it's perfecto. Actually, we're going to add a little more of the tamarind. All right. Stir that around. All right, niceness. And we are going to plate this up because it's almost done. Little chopped cilantro. Now you don't have to use cilantro. because I know not everybody loves cilantro. But, you know, for more salsas, if you wanted, you could add a little mango to that black bean, a little avocado, you know, spruce it up, jazz it up a little bit. This is a great brunch dish. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to, yes. Now, real easy. Want to make sure to test that they're done. Just put it, you know, touch the pork medallions, and they should be a little slightly firm. And if that's the case, take them out. All right, so we're gonna take these out. Ooh, yes. And then we're gonna add our cilantro. Turn the heat off. Good to go. Didn't even need to add any butter to this. No butter, senor. No butter. No butter. No butter. No butter. All right. So we're just going to plate this up right in the middle of our plate. No butter, no butter, no butter, no butter. Yes. This is going to be nice and sexy, man. Yes, so we are making spice-seared pork loin medallions with a red curry coconut sauce. And we're serving that with black bean salsa. So, oops. Okay. All right, so we just need to add some of the black bean salsa to this, right in the middle, right on top of the sauce. All right, just like that. All right. Nice, wholesome, healthy meal. Okay. Pile that up there. All that colors, red, green. All right. And we're just going to do like this. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, the dish is done. And of course, you must have a sprig of cilantro. So there you have it. The pork loin medallion, spice seared with red curry coconut sauce and black bean salsa. Thank you. See you again. Have a great week. Chef Irie, out.